Captain America leaps into action, using his vibranium weapons, the only tools capable of piercing the Hulk's skin. In the midst of getting proof, Sam retaliates but attempts to talk him down, a big mistake.
I would kill you for free.
Welcome to Cephastock Movie Recaps. Today we delve into the details of Captain America: Brave New World full movie recap. If you're new to this channel, please do subscribe and let us know where you're watching from in the comments section. Your support is greatly appreciated, my dear friend. Thank you. The movie opens with newly elected President Thaddeus Ross enjoying the spotlight, but his daughter Betty won't forgive his past mistakes. His team keeps reaching out, but she refuses to respond. Ross calls the election historic, recalling past chaos, the blip and the celestial event.
Together!
He urges unity, but soon the media digs into his shady past, although Ross claims he's changed. Elsewhere, Sam Wilson watches the broadcast as Ross becomes president. Ross admits that his obsession with Bruce Banner, the Hulk, shaped his career, but also destroyed his relationship with his daughter, Betty, who was Bruce Banner's girlfriend. 5 months later in Mexico, Captain America and Joaquin Torres, sent by President Ross, must stop a secret theft. Cap storms in, fighting the guards. With Wakanda's vibranium upgrade, Cap takes down enemies fast. But trouble spikes when Serpent Leader appears.
He's not supposed to be here.
Mocking a priest and priestesses. He isn't here to pray. He wants answers about the buyer's whereabouts. When the priest refuses, he orders their execution. Before he acts, Captain America swoops in, swiftly defeating the soldiers. On the other side, Red Wing takes down the other two, saving the priest.
Gracias. Muchas gracias. De nada.
Joaquin spots Serpent Leader escaping with the package and tells Sam. The buyer didn't show, so Serpent wants revenge but leaves a man to duel the captain. Meanwhile, Joaquin chases the men carrying the package on the other side, retrieving it. The captain defeats the mercenary just as backup soldiers arrive.
Save some for us, Cap.
President Ross, with his assistant Layla, visits his wife's grave. His relationship with his daughter is still broken, but he's focused on securing a crucial treaty. He gets a call confirming the package is secure. Captain America realizes the buyer double-crossed Serpent Leader, secretly rerouting the container to Japan.
I did not die.
Meanwhile, Joaquin Torres is thrilled to survive the battle and eager to meet Ant-Man, although he dreams of becoming the next Falcon. Sam introduces him to Isaiah Bradley, hoping he'll train under a true hero. Joaquin discovers that Isaiah is a forgotten super soldier. Out of respect, he begins training but is instructed to observe their movements first.
No vibranium wings.
See, not a people person.
During training, Sam gets a call from President Ross and steps away. Isaiah watches, unimpressed.
Where you going?
When Sam returns, Isaiah calls him out for working with Ross, reminding him of his past.
So why are you working for him?
But Sam explains he's not blindly following orders. Staying close lets him keep an eye on Ross and protect people. He also has an ally inside. Sam then invites Isaiah to the White House ceremony, encouraging him to wear his suit. After some hesitation, Isaiah agrees.
Come on, you gonna come or what?
That night, a state limousine picks them up.
That's a limo, man.
Isaiah, dressed in his only suit, feels hesitant but quietly proud.
Dang.
Which is why we gotta celebrate.
As they enter the White House, Isaiah feels uneasy with a little bit of tension, but Sam is beside him all the way. Before moving on, the three snap a selfie later. Sam is called to President Ross's office.
The president needs Mr. Wilson.
Ross thanks him for recovering the package, saying it'll help secure a crucial treaty. Then he drops a surprise. He wants Captain America to help in rebuilding the Avengers.
To help me rebuild the Avengers.
Sam reminds him that he was the one who tore them apart. Ross insists it must happen, arguing the Avengers are vital for the nation's future. Before leaving, Ross introduces Sam to Japan's Prime Minister and suggests they work together for the good of the country.
We'll show the world a better way forward.
Later that night, President Ross addresses the room's most powerful figures. In a solemn tone, he announces a historic discovery, adamantium, a metal stronger than vibranium, found within the celestial mass. The recovered container held a portion of it, thanks to Captain America and Joaquin Torres. Now he urges nations to unite and ensure its fair distribution. Suddenly, Isaiah grabs a security officer's gun and fires at President Ross, causing chaos. In the chaos, Isaiah leaps from the White House's upper level and runs. Sam and the police chase him to a park. Confused, not knowing what's going on.
What's happening?
Sam comes Isaiah down and eventually he surrenders.
And it'll be worse than that.
As they arrest the old man, he kindly asks them not to damage his suit.
Hey, take it easy!
Sam storms into Ross's meeting.
Wait. Sir!
Seeing his determination, Ross dismisses the agents, keeping only Ruth, his security agent. Sam insists Isaiah was manipulated, but Ross counters that he acted alone.
There were 5 shooters.
Ruth adds that others fired too, Secret Service and military, suggesting a planned attack. She reminds them that Isaiah had every reason for revenge after Ross imprisoned and experimented on him.
And to do this.
He had every reason.
Sam argues Isaiah was disoriented and asks to help investigate, but Ross refuses.
You're not Steve Rogers.
As Sam leaves, Ross coldly tells him he's done.
You're done.
Layla warns him not to go off the grid,
Sam!
but he sees no other choice.
Open your eyes.
Meanwhile, in his office, Ross takes pills, struggling to handle the pressure. Sam visits Isaiah, determined to get answers. Isaiah insists he'd never do it. He doesn't even understand what happened. His day was normal, but something felt wrong. He hesitated before going to the White House. After they took a selfie, his phone suddenly stopped working. After moving to the meeting room, the next thing he knew, he was in the park with no memory of how he got there. Sam promises to dig deeper and get him released. Isaiah tells him that the only way to help is to walk away.
Don't come back.
Meanwhile, Ruth requests security footage of their conversation.
I want to take another look.
Sam and Joaquin realize Isaiah was manipulated through hidden signals and music,
He's being controlled by trigger word.
just like the other shooters who fired at the president.
And I got the same thing happening to one of the other shooters.
At the same time, Ruth also reviews the footage reports and comes to the same conclusion.
What the hell?
In the meantime, Cooper tells the president the unknown prisoner is secure, yet he's just staring at the wall, confused.
Why hire Serpent?
Later, Sam delves deeper into the case and orders Joaquin to investigate Ruth. Suddenly, Sam is shot by the serpent. In the midst of getting proof,
Stand by for proof of that. You must have made up with the buyer.
Sam retaliates but attempts to talk him down, a big mistake.
I would kill you for free.
But he forgot one thing: this is Captain America. Finally, the buyer contacts the captain. President Ross gathers with world leaders to secure the adamantium treaty, but doubts emerge. Japan's prime minister is absent, signaling resistance. With trust fading, negotiations pause. Ross must regain Japan's support, or his administration's stability will crumble under mounting pressure.
Try to get Japan on board.
Joaquin tells Sam what he's found on Ruth, who was born in Israel and trained in the Red Room, making her a Black Widow. Sam warns him to stay cautious. Later, while reviewing footage, they notice Isaiah had Ross in his sights but didn't shoot. Suspicious, they link the buyer to the event. Tracing his last call to Camp Echo 1, Sam decides they're going together.
You don't have to come with me.
Ruth arrives at Isaiah's location to meet the shooters but witnesses a soldier eliminate 2 shooters in prison before turning the gun on himself.
Drop your weapon!
His radio plays an eerie tune. Ruth quickly orders Isaiah's transfer to a secure location. While flying to Japan, President Ross gets word that Sam and Joaquin have left their base. Without hesitation, he orders an immediate interception, demanding they be stopped at any cost. As Sam and Joaquin head to the buyer's location, they learn 2 shooters in Isaiah's prison were killed. Isaiah is alive, but Sam realizes it's a trap meant to throw them off his trail.
They do not want us getting closer.
Have moved the prisoner.
Cooper is killed by the buyer after making a call to Ross. With a chilling tone, the buyer reminds Ross of a familiar melody and accuses him of abandonment. Now, he's in control and promises Ross a global downfall. Meanwhile, Ruth is still in the process of transferring Isaiah when the president suddenly orders her to abort the mission and head to Camp Echo 1 instead. Sam and Joaquin reach the camp. Outside, Sam orders Red Wing to disable the cameras and cut the fence. They force their way in before security reacts, carefully navigating hidden traps. But inside, there's only silence. No prisoners, no guards, just an abandoned space. As they move deeper, they uncover something disturbing: a hidden lab. A research facility secretly running inside what was supposed to be a prison. That alone is alarming. Searching further, they find records confirming Isaiah was once held there. The discovery raises more questions than answers about someone running this lab in a prison. Sam discovers a troubling note about President Ross's blood tests and prescribed pills. Something feels off. In Japan, Ross meets the Prime Minister, urging him to support the Adamantium Treaty. But the Prime Minister is skeptical. He's heard Ross plan to steal the metal. Ross denies it, insisting he wouldn't have sent Captain America otherwise. Unmoved, the Prime Minister firmly refuses to sign,
Japan wants no part in it.
warning Ross to tread carefully. Meanwhile, Joaquin discovers the music contains a hidden frequency for mind control. A video reveals the buyer, Dr. Samuel Stearns. He admits that he hired the Serpent Leader to steal the container. However, the gamma radiation accident permanently altered his brain. Yet his true goal was to expose Ross. His voice hardens as he recalls how Ross imprisoned him, exploited his intelligence for years, and then abandoned him after seizing power.
Well, why are you protecting him?
He traps Sam in one of his mind tricks and controls soldiers to attack before escaping calmly. The heroes defeat the soldiers, but more arrive. That's when Ruth suddenly crashes into the scene. Ruth swiftly neutralizes everyone, leaving Joaquin stunned.
It's okay.
We have orders to take Captain...
As they move, Ross's army arrives to arrest them, but Stern's mind control interrupts, sparking chaos. In Japan, Ross grows frustrated with the negotiations, deciding to take the adamantium by force if necessary. In a heated argument with his agents, he slams a table, cracking it. With pressure mounting, he orders the army to strike and plans to join them in the Indian Ocean in an hour.
If a war breaks out,
Back in the States, Sam, Joaquin, and Ruth arrive at an army base. Joaquin tests the disabled mind control music, and surprisingly, it works without anyone turning.
Are you crazy?
Sam then asks the sergeant about Ross's pills before heading straight to interrogate the Serpent Leader. Intrigued, Serpent Leader agrees to talk, but only if Sam promises total immunity. Serpent Leader reveals Ross used Stearns as a pawn, increasing his medication to control him. Ross even funded the Serpent secretly. Stearns now seeks revenge, using technology to control minds and force Ross's downfall. Sam realizes the danger and knows time is running out. Meanwhile, Stearns enters a house, eliminating the owners to get a phone. At the same time, Captain America and Joaquin head to the Indian Ocean, determined to stop President Ross from starting a war over the Celestial Island. Ruth joins them, but Ross is furious at her failure. Meanwhile, Stearns takes control of 2 American fighter pilots.
Japan's supposed to be our ally.
As chaos unfolds, Sam pulls Ross aside to talk. President Ross faces direct questions if Stearns is controlling him. Records show Ross visited Camp Echo 1 multiple times.
He has your data, sir. Why?
Under pressure, he admits the truth.
I was dying, goddammit!
His heart was failing and no doctor could help. Stearns discovered the cause and provided life-saving pills. In return, Ross granted him the lab. He couldn't risk losing his only hope. But after Hulk's destruction, someone had to take the fall. Stearns became collateral damage. Worse, despite all Ross has done, his daughter Betty never forgave him. He held on to prove himself. Suddenly, an urgent report interrupts their conversation.
18's just fired on the Japanese fleet.
2 American fighter pilots under Stearns' control fire on the Japanese fleet.
Go.
In panic, Ross orders Captain America and Joaquin to protect Japan and prevent retaliation. Instead, chaos erupts.
Tetsugaida! Shit! He just fired! Japanese missiles inbound!
As Japanese fighters launch missiles at the American fleet, Captain America and Joaquin quickly disable them.
Prime Minister.
Trying to contain the conflict, Ross tells Japan's Prime Minister the pilots lost control, but Captain America is handling it. Although the Prime Minister remains distrustful and refuses to listen.
Send rescue.
As the rescue continues, Joaquin successfully takes down one of the rogue pilots. Meanwhile, Stearns tightens his grip on Ross's mind. He calmly suggests that the real force at play is Ross's buried anger. He wants Ross to stop taking the pills so he can reveal what he truly is. Captain America successfully disables more missiles, but Joaquin is hit, crashing into the ocean. The captain pushes on, stopping the conflict from getting worse. While Ross is still struggling with Stearns, Layla arrives with good news. The pilots are neutralized, infuriating Stearns. Joaquin is rescued and undergoing surgery. Sam stays by his side, watching the young soldier endure the pain. Just then, Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, arrives.
Missed you too.
He steps forward to offer support. He tells Sam not to blame himself, assuring him everything will be okay. Sam regrets not taking the serum and feels like everything is falling apart. Joaquin is hurt, Isaiah is still imprisoned, and Stearns slipped away. He wonders if Steve made a mistake handing him the shield.
Because I wasn't.
Bucky disagrees, reminding Sam that Steve gave him the shield because he knew Sam was worthy.
Steve had it, and he couldn't.
Even with the serum, Steve couldn't always save the people he loved. Bucky then leaves for his campaign while Ruth arrives, showing interest.
Was that?
Yep. He's 110 years old.
The pills President Ross got from Stearns contain gamma radiation, which he absorbs too quickly, needing constant replenishment. Ross contacts a captain to get more, but before the deal is completed, Stearns uses his technology to trigger the captain's heart attack, killing him.
Oh, the hero.
Back at the White House, Ross finally reaches his daughter Betty through a call. She apologizes for not calling after the White House attack. Hoping to mend their relationship, Ross invites her out and Betty agrees, bringing him a moment of joy.
That could be nice.
Later, Ross addresses the public, recalling his promise for peace when he took office.
When I took office,
He announces that the treaty which will secure that peace is about to be signed. Meanwhile, as Stearns surrenders to the police, he meets with Sam, bringing up how his ocean plan was ruined. But he warns that Ross is still under his control through the pills. Sam insists someone is already handling it.
Not anymore, you don't.
Stearns smirks, doubting they'll succeed. As he's taken away, he warns that when Ross reveals his true form, he won't hesitate to kill Captain America.
Captain America! You're gonna die!
During Ross's speech, reporters demand answers about Stearns' capture and broken promises, as Stearns' exposed conversation plays aloud, revealing Ross exploited him to gain power. Ross struggles to explain but is held back by security. Suddenly, he erupts in rage, transforming into a red beast. Seeing his reflection, he barely recognizes himself before his rage fully takes over, unleashing chaos. Captain America leaps into action, using his vibranium weapons. The only tools capable of piercing Ross's Hulk-like skin.
Crazy, he'll kill you.
Do it!
Desperate to reach him, Sam lures Ross to a place filled with memories of Betty, hoping to break through his rage. But Ross remains lost in fury, and the battle reignites. A powerful vibranium explosion separates them beneath the wreckage. As rescuers arrive, Ross raises, still not finished, but a strike from Sam's wings weakened him. Sam, regretting not taking the serum, tries reasoning with him, reminding Ross of Betty.
Prove it to Betty.
Slowly, Ross calms. Reinforcements rush in, taking Ross to the hospital. Ruth praises Sam's courage. Meanwhile, Isaiah, finally free thanks to Sam, receives his treasured suit. With a deep breath, he's free to go. News reports confirm the treaty has been signed, offering hope for stability. At the raft, Ross, now a prisoner, gets a visit from Sam. Sam admits that despite everything, Ross did the right thing by stepping down. He also shares that Japan accepted the treaty. Ross, impressed, but asks why Sam came. Sam replies that he just wanted to check on a fellow soldier. But there's more. Betty has come to see him. For the first time in a while, Ross feels genuine happiness.
Me too.
Meanwhile, Sam finds Isaiah at the hospital after visiting Joaquin, who has recovered.
Say it again.
They joke around before Sam heads to see Joaquin. Laughing, Joaquin teases that unlike Sam, he's never been shot down and dropped into the Indian Ocean, like nothing can touch him. Sam smiles but reminds him that being a hero isn't about perfection. It's about not failing the people who believe in you, even when doubt creeps in.
I want to be you.
Joaquin, proud of his friend, admires his resilience, but he would like to ask the Wakandans for his suit upgrade.
You're gonna ask the Wakandans for...
Sam informs him to be ready, because the world will always need the Avengers. In a post-credits scene, Stern smirks at Sam, warning him that heroes are living in an illusion. Soon they'll face threats beyond their own world. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and let us know where you're watching from in the comments section. Your support is greatly appreciated, my dear friend. Feel free to click on the next video. Thank you.